brought to you by Extreme Tees. Click on the link below. Make sure you put Kevin in the promo code and you'll get a 20% discount. Hey everyone, it's spring and it's time for a clear out. Not just the house and the garden stuff, but the finances as well. And if you've been thinking about starting a IRA or a 401k, Noble Gold is giving away a genuine rare Carson City minted Morgan silver dollar with every qualifying IRA or 401k this month. So give your investments a spring clean too and go to noblegoldinvestments.com to find out more. Again, that is noblegoldinvestments.com to find out more. And now back to the video.
Finally, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms, the key agency enforcing gun laws, hasn't had a permanent director since 2015. Today, I'm proud to nominate David Chipman to serve as the director of the AFT. David knows the AFT well. He served there for 25 years.
In recent days, former Vice President Biden has said about executive orders, some really talented people are seeking the nomination. They said, I'm going to issue an executive order. Biden saying there's no constitutional authority to issue that executive order when they say I'm going to eliminate assault weapons, saying you can't do it by executive order any more than Trump can do things when he says he can do it by executive order. Does the vice president have a point there?
Some things you can, many things you can't.
Let's let the senator answer.
Well, I mean, I would just say, hey, Joe, instead of...
First of all, how in the world can Joe even work with her? Now, don't get me wrong. Joe is no walk in the park. But soon as she started talking with that nasal nose, and you know it's in the chamber too, right after that nasal nose, is she going to unload that creepy, stinking, nasty, cackling laugh, and that's just too much for a man to bear. But with that being said, let's hear well, Joe.
Say no, we can't. Let's say yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Let's hear that again, y'all, so I can throw up a little more in my mouth. Here we go.
Hey, Joe, instead of saying no, we can't, let's say yes, we can.
Somebody get that clothespin off her nose. Joe. Instead of saying that, get the clothespin off your nose.
Constitutional. We got a constitution.
Gun control. Wait a minute, I thought we had this discussion. We done already worked this out when the Constitution was put together. Some folks don't understand the reading of that Constitution, and it's in their way. Whoa, 6 executive orders? Right after? He was up there talking about, no, you can't just do stuff by executive order like Trump did.
Nothing I'm about to recommend in any way impinges on the Second Amendment. They're phony arguments suggesting that these are Second Amendment rights at stake from what we're talking about.
They leave all those rat droppings all over the internet as if we can't go back and dig up that clip when he was on there talking to nasal nose, cackling Chameleon Harris.
But no amendment to the Constitution is absolute. You can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. We call it freedom of speech. From the very beginning, you couldn't own any weapon you wanted to own. From the very beginning the Second Amendment existed, certain people weren't allowed to have weapons. So the idea is just bizarre to suggest that some of the things we're recommending are contrary to the Constitution.
You are actively trying to diminish our Second Amendment right and take away our guns.
You're full of shit.
Oh, whoa. Rat dropping.
All right, thank you.
Now, shush. Shush.
Right there. When that worker asked him about that, and Joe said he was full of caca, Joe is the one full of caca. So there it is, another rat dropping right there on the internet.
Constitutional.
We know what's coming down that pipeline. It's starting to come out more and more. And now here they go snooping around our guns. But let me tell you something, y'all. The more they snoop, the more I go to my man's store. I'm feeling like Malcolm the X or somebody. Eden, I'm in love with this, y'all. Hold on for a minute. It's talking to me. Hold on. What? You love me? You know what? At the first moment I looked at you, I knew we were a match made in heaven. Oh, no, 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 no. Joe won't separate us. No, you know why? Because this is true love. This is true love. Nothing can come between us. Let me sing to you. Nothing can come between us. What? You want a hug? Yes, sure. Woo. And just in case they find my true love right there, they ain't going to. I got some more backup, y'all. Oh, yeah, man. What? What? You don't want Joe to come after you? No, no, I won't let anything happen to you. No, stop it. No need to worry. No need to worry. You're here to stay. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for making the time to speak with the readers of Parents Magazine and Parents.com today. I'm Michael Kress, and I'm the executive editor of Parents.com. The question of how to reduce gun violence and how to keep our kids safe is at the top of all of our minds. Samantha Phillips asks, if the ban on drugs did not work with taking them off the street, how do you think a ban on guns is going to be different?
Well, Samantha, there is no ban on guns. No one's banning the gun. No one's taking my shotguns. I have 2 shotguns at home. They're in a cabinet. They're locked. There's ammunition there as well. No one's going to come and take my gun. No one's going to take anyone's gun. We're talking about a background check. And the analogy to if there was a ban on drugs, how can there be a ban on, how would any regulation of the type of weapon available out there, why would that make sense? Are you suggesting we just legalize all drugs? Is that what you're suggesting? That would go real well in Parents Magazine. Let's talk about everybody being able to, no matter what your age, go out and be able to purchase cocaine. What do you think about that idea? Look, these comparisons are not appropriate, quite frankly. But secondly, the idea you should have no law unless the law you have prevents all violations of that law.
President Joe Biden rolled out his new executive orders on gun control Thursday, and, well, they sound about like you'd expect if Joe Biden were to talk about guns. Meaning they're stupid and don't really make a whole lot of sense.
You want to listen to her too?
The fact that it's already illegal to go shoot up a grocery store and kill a whole mess of innocent people isn't enough. Maybe if we make certain guns with certain features illegal, then all the criminals will listen. Or alternate theory, maybe this is just another pile of stupidity pushed by liberals whose expertise on firearms consists of a staffer handing them a list of Google talking points lifted off of Michael Moore's Twitter feed, to read off a teleprompter to get votes from other liberals who've never even played Call of Duty, much less shot a real gun.
True.
Because reading off a teleprompter and blaming guns that you know nothing about is easier than dealing with actual gun violence. Because actual gun violence happens in cities, and those cities are run by Democrats.
Oh, snap! Why are Democrats always in other people's business? They got cat fur everywhere and cat pee too. You sitting there looking at all kind of stuff hanging out their windows. They ain't got no gate swinging off the hinges. They got doo-doo all over the place. It smell like feet. The whole crib is garbage, but here they are going over, hey, I know you need to get hold of that garden, buddy. I tell you, you probably want to put some fertilizer down. Hey, man, how about you shut your mouth and worry about your own crib? All right? See, now my house smell like feet because your crib smell like feet. So get that together. Here they are, always talking about gun control. Do you ever go through your own areas? Do y'all ever walk through Chicago, New York, St. Louis? You would think they don't even live there, which most likely they don't. Their record in their own areas are horrible.
In his wish list of anti-Second Amendment demands, President Joe Biden is targeting so-called ghost guns that are rarely used in crimes.
Wait, right off grip. These 3 things off top. So, here we go. Isn't it kind of peculiar? Why? Every time somebody gets shot or shoots up something, they always seem to want to go after a particular gun. Now, I wonder why they would like to do that. See, because I was thinking today when I was out with my true love right here, see, while we were out, and I said, I know this is our first day, but I hope you don't think I'm being a little forward by loading up 30 rounds in your magazine and firing off all 30 in a short amount of time at a mid-distance, just to show how accurate I am. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, I mean, look, I have to ask, we are in 2021. I don't want any trouble. No, you're fine. I'm not a liberal. Okay, all right. And when I fired off all of those, The first thing I said to myself is, I think I'm in love. Then the second thing I said, if the crap goes down, me and my true love would be like Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, see, me and my true love would resist a whole heap of folks trying to get up in this joint after me, old man Teddy, and the dogs. See, but yet, for some reason, even though this gun is not used in all those killings in Chicago and everywhere else, why you coming messing with my true love? Huh? What did she do to you? So I'm thinking that if I was a diabolical, evil, stinking, nasty, dirty, globalist Democrat who wanted to lock folks down and implement true tyranny, the first thing I would do is, number one, start dealing with speech. Number two, take away folks' ability to be able to provide for themselves. Number three, I would go after guns. Not just all guns, though. I would start with the guns that absolutely would give a resistance, not to other brothers on the street. Because all my life growing up in Youngstown here and all of that rat-a-tat-tat, one thing I wasn't hearing was that. No, I was hearing a whole bunch of 9mm, 40 calibers, 45s, 22s, 38s, all of that stuff. I wasn't hearing no AR-15s. They have very distinct sounds, okay? And you don't hear those sounds in Chicago. You don't hear those sounds in Youngstown. You hear pop, pop, pop. No, boom, boom, boom. That right there, today when I was in the range and I heard boom, I said, somebody got AR. There are certain sounds, you're like, that's an AR or something similar to it. Guess what? If the crap ever went down, if the grid just collapsed and mess got real, one gun I wouldn't want to have to contend with, even if I was in law enforcement, even if I lost my mind and said, y'all want us to go in and put the whole country on lock against their constitutional rights? All right. What wouldn't I want to deal with? That. Yeah, I can deal with 38s. I can deal with 45s, but that, I wouldn't want to deal with that. Now, isn't that strange how every time something happens, they go, let's get the big ones. The ones that if it gets crazy and we want to lock everybody down would be the number one gun to resist. They would be a problem. I'm thinking y'all didn't say that about 22s? Y'all ain't going after them 9mm that's used constantly in Chicago, all those deaths. I mean, if we going by deaths, shoot, man, those handguns, they are way ahead of the game. But somehow, though, we always trickle right back to these quote-unquote assault style weapons. Red flag. Now, what is this about?
Pushing for red flag laws that would strip Americans of their legal due process.
Oh, if I'm understanding, these Democrats like gray areas. They like a whole bunch of stuff that you can't really find and locate. Like, hey guys, you're depriving folks of their rights when you tell them that they can't be 17 genders. So I need you guys to run around and try to find that third gender. Okay, just run around, because you'll never find it, but I want you running around looking for it, okay? See, and you know what else? You guys, people are out there denying systemic racism. Go running around finding that, okay? We like to be able to just insert stuff anytime we want to. For example, anybody who disagrees with us somehow end up being a white nationalist, just somehow. Now, just think about that, implications of that.
I'm sitting here in my house. My neighbor next door has a Trump flag. It says "Make America Great" right on his car. I think he was one of those people up at the Capitol. He might be unstable. He could be one of those white nationalists, or perhaps even one of those domestic terrorists. You better come check him out.
That's all you got to do now. And then they would just show up, sir. We got to call. Who called? Oh, we don't want to disclose that. No, you need to tell me. I need to see my accuser. Because it wasn't that nosy neighbor next door. Well, why are you looking over there? No, it wasn't. It's hard not to look. Yes, it was him. See, you don't know what crazy folks is just going to decide, I don't like Kev, I don't like whoever. And I mean, you know what? I think they're unstable. Now, you just give the government the right to come in and just say, well, I'm going to go ahead and take all this mess real quick for you, okay, till we sort things out. No. See, now, once again, you're leaving gray areas. You're opening up loopholes to be able to implement tyranny.
And going after concealed assault-style firearms.
Oh, What does that mean? Anybody? Concealed assault style firearm. Now let me see something here, guys, because see, they want all the dummies to believe that an assault style weapon is something like my new love. See? Because see, every time you hear them talking about it, they're usually talking about something like this or the AR-15, which in the minds of the bubbleheads, they start doing word association. So now when you hear it comes up in these little talks and stuff, the first thing that's in the average bubblehead's head is, yeah, why would anyone need an AR-15 or a AK-47? That's unnecessary. But notice what they say: conceal styles assault weapons. All right, let me see if I can put this in my pants. Give me a second. Hold on. All right, hold up. Give me a second. Wait a minute. I don't know. Can you guys see it from here? Is it concealed? Oh, wait. All right, let me adjust it. Wait. Oh, there we go. What? There's nothing behind me. No. I have a hunchback. So now you hear them say something stupid like concealed assault style weapons. Well, wait a minute. When's the last time you seen somebody stuff a shotgun down their pants? Or an AKA or a AR-15 down their shirt underneath the jacket? No. What do you carry? Handguns. Interesting. And notice that broad term, assault weapon. Show me a gun that's not an assault weapon. I'm just curious. I don't need to carry a gun if it ain't going to be an assault weapon. That's unbelievable. But see, it's a play on words. They are very clever how they slide in. See, misdirection, changing up terms, trying to create these images in people's minds so they don't realize what they're actually agreeing to. See, and then you go ahead and think, I'm going after all of these white nationalists just walking around with these AR-15s and these AK-47s. And then they show up and say, you got a 45 in there? You got a 38? You got that? Let me see. You got that 9mm? Let me get that. But wait a minute. This isn't an assault style weapon. Yes, it is. It kills, doesn't it? It kills, right? Yeah, you can assault someone with that, right? Okay, well, give it here. Wait. You heard the law. It said conceal assault style weapons. Now, you can't conceal those guns, can you? Yeah, you can conceal that 9mm. Now give it to me. See, these are the things that's happening and the folks don't even see it. Man, I'm laying it out, man. I'm reading their card right now. I'm seeing their hand. They got their hand all the way down like this, and I'm going, they got 2 spades and they got all hearts.
Now, what the frick are those, you might ask? Well, the definition changes from day to day. See, sometimes it's about the magazine capacity. Sometimes it's about bump stocks. Today, it's about arm braces, which magically turn a pistol into a rifle. So now a gun doesn't actually have to be a rifle. It just has to kind of look like one. When Politico tried to describe them, it sounded like a stroke victim reading from a Latin dictionary, and I quote, "More than 100 House Democrats wrote to Biden last week urging him to take action on the concealed assault-style firearms, which is similar to the one used in the Colorado shooting in which 10 people were killed." Now, I'm not fluent in stupid, but we've been around this mulberry bush enough times now, so let me translate this puddle of word vomit. An assault-style firearm, not an assault weapon, now we're just talking about assault-style weapons or ones that might be similar to them, is a scary boom-boom gun, typically matte black, which means they shoot faster, that uses .452 caliber ammo, or something, we're not really sure, that fires somewhere between 3 and 127 rounds per second. It's semi-fully automatic and can hold up to 200 shell bullets. Can be handheld, concealed under a biker jacket, or mounted on top of a Ford F-350 that's been converted into a tank, and the mere sight of which scares the bejeezers out of urban liberals who for some reason think laws keep mean people from doing bad things.
Man, y'all, if I was your girlfriend, would you remember to tell me all the things you forgot when I was your man? Girl, she make me sing to her every time she get in their grill like this, y'all. She is all up in their grill. One thing they don't like is facts and exposure of their hypocrisy.
See, words have no meaning anymore, so we can just make stuff up, and it's totally cool. Or maybe the problem is we've got a bunch of left-wing lunatics who couldn't tell a 9mm from a shotgun, who can't get a handle on the crime in the cities that they run that exists because of the policies that they push, who kowtow to activists they can't appease, and who are blaming citizens and white people for criminals who aren't going to obey the laws no matter how many of them you pass, because that's what makes them criminals. And if you liberals gave a crap about gun violence at all, you would deal with the mess that you have made in our cities, in minority neighborhoods, and at our border. And frankly, I'm not holding my breath.
And they're trying to break up me and my newfound love. You ain't gonna break us up, all right? We in this together. We got to stick together. Check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. The link is below this video. If you click on it and put Kevin in the promo code, you'll get a 20% discount. And finally, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And if you'd like to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's links below this video to do that as well. Okay, God bless you and God bless America.